Welcome back, fellow milk drinkers, to another Monday Milk Review. My name is Jacob, and today we're going to be looking at Barista Brothers Mocha. It's been a long time since I've looked at anything Barista Brothers. Probably one of my earlier episodes, I can't remember the number. In that episode, there was a very unfortunate incident with one of my expensive blazers, all credit due to the very squishy bottles that Barista Brothers sports. Well, now I usually tend to stay away from coffee or coffee hybrid drinks just because I'm not much of a coffee person. Truth be told, I'm probably not your iced coffee guy. However, I think I'm literally the only person who cares enough to do this, so I'm your only guy. Opening it up, what are my first impressions? Okay, so that's still the very iconic squishy bottle. I was very prepared for it this time, so fortunately no incidents. Pouring it into the glass, it's quite a dark mixture as you'd come to expect of a mocha. Let's give it a sniff. The odour slightly reminds me of Nesquik with a hint of coffee. It's definitely not a bad mix, however it does feel a little cheap. Now, smelling from the glass, there's a little bit more of a rich aroma, which kind of makes it a lot more appealing than the bottle did. But with odour out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so my first impressions would be that it's kind of a little bit reminiscent of an Up and Go. The Nesquik flavor definitely isn't in there like I suspected. This one leans way more towards Up and Go in terms of its flavor. Its consistency or viscosity is pretty decent. It's not too thick. It's still quite, I guess, almost creamy. You know, in all honesty, it's actually pretty decent. I'm impressed. Barista Brothers has usually left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Pun not intended. Alright. Phone, you're gonna have to stop just randomly cutting my recordings and making me lose like 5 minutes odd of film. I don't know how much I just lost, but it drives me insane. It's quite nice. It tastes a little bit like an Up and Go. However, I think it passes that flavor quite well and masks the coffee incredibly effectively. Unlike Paul's Zimmel Cafe Latte, which I reviewed maybe a couple weeks ago, this one does actually have caffeine for the caffeine lovers out there. 94 milligrams in fact. I'll have a look at what I've reviewed lately and see if I can compare that against anything, just for a bit of relevance as to how much this may compare to. Barista Brothers has really impressed me this time around. I'm gonna have to give this one probably an 8 out of 10. Barista Brothers, you may have a criminally soft bottle, however you've earned yourself a soft place in my heart. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. Make sure to maybe give it a like, or perhaps subscribe. But that's all we have time for. I'll see you next week in the Monday Milk Review. Bye bye!